Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video. My name is Elise, and this is where I share all about my life living in Switzerland. And today we're actually filming from my classroom. I wanted to talk today about my job, which is being an online English teacher. But this is a relatively new job for me. I actually have a degree in tourism and hospitality, but with the pandemic that's going on, that's not really a field that is seeing much action at this time. So in the meantime, I really wanted to find a job that I could do from home safely, that could hopefully help some people and could also maybe open up some opportunities for travel for myself in the future. So that is when I turned to TEFL.org and I got certified to teach English. I did the 120-hour course, which I do think is really worth it. It is the one of the longest courses that you can take, but I think that there are a lot more teaching opportunities when you have that level of certification. So the website that I used is linked down in the description, and they are always having a sale. The course is actually all videos that you watch at your own pace, and then there are quizzes periodically throughout the videos. And it was actually a lot more challenging than I anticipated in speaking a native language. Usually you rely on our instincts of just what sounds right. But when you're teaching a course, you have to be able to explain what to use and why. So it was really a deep dive into the reasons behind sentence structures and the differences between the tenses, more in depth than I maybe was taught in school, because you learned those things just from exposure when you're a child, and then to really analyze them as an adult it was really interesting, I thought, but it was harder than I expected. So one of the books that I've relied on since becoming a teacher is Grammar for English Language Teachers. This is linked in the description as well, and I just found it super helpful when I need to really make sure that I understand the reasoning behind a grammar rule, and it's really in depth but in a really approachable, bite-sized kind of way. So yeah, this is a great resource, and actually the school that I work with has a lot of the lessons already created, so this just helps me kind of get more detail into my own head of how exactly to explain something if a student is struggling. I'm currently a teacher with iTutor group, which is based in China. Most of my students are from mainland China. There are some from Taiwan and Japan as well. And most of my students are children, so anywhere from age 6 all the way through 15, and then I have some adult courses sprinkled in. I don't get to have any say over what subjects I'm teaching exactly, or what the materials will be, or what students I'm having each day. What happens is I book in my set schedule, which can be added to each week if I have some extra time. I'm booked in for 2 hours each day, Tuesday through Sunday, so I have Mondays off, and that can be up to 4 25-minute lessons. Sometimes there are also 40 or 45-minute lessons that are used in 2 time blocks. The iTutor group uses Oxford English program to curate all of the lessons, and the students take placement quizzes and things. After each lesson, there is a feedback report that teachers need to fill out, which is actually great because I can read what past teachers have said about the students, so I know kind of what they like, what they don't like, where we need to focus. Is what the classroom looks like with iTutor group. It is pretty straightforward to use. Normally there would be a student right below me, but they are 18 minutes late, so I thought I'd take this chance to kind of show you around. If you are in a class and a student doesn't show up, you are still paid, but you do need to stay in the classroom to be prepared if they do come. But I think after 18 minutes, there's no chance the student will come. So over here I have a toolbar, I guess you'd say. So I have a wand pointer. I can type anything that the student says or highlight different vocabulary words. I have a pencil, a highlighter. I can draw arrows or lines. different shapes, either filled or not, and then I have an eraser, and the trash can clears the whole screen. It works really well. I use these tools a lot. Up here we have, sometimes there's different songs that are included in the lesson. There's also different emojis that I can send the students when they're doing a great job, which is really great. There's also a star system, so I can give them 5 stars throughout the lesson. This over here is the teacher guide, which gives me some pointers and suggested text to say to get the most out of each lesson. Yeah, this comes prepared from the Oxford English Library, and it has 14 slides that I would click through with the student and show them. But yeah, I really like this format because it's super easy to use. It's not too complicated, but it works well for me so far. This is my classroom setup, which is a bit unconventional because you need 3 things to teach with the iTutor group. You need a hard wire cable to the internet, which is hiding back there, and you also need a red polo shirt and a plain white background with their approved cartoon images. So I got this cart at IKEA. I flipped the top tray upside down to make a tabletop. Then I have all my pens and props and books on it that I can wheel it right into this corner, and then when I'm done teaching, I just open the door and the classroom melts away. So I know why you're all really here. You want to know how much money I make as an English teacher, which is fine. I wanted to know that too when I started. So with this program, I make about $7 for a 25-minute session and about $10 for a 45-minute session, and I am paid in dollars because I have American citizenship, and you're only paid once per month, and you can only change your set schedule once per month, and it has to be approved. But other than that, I think it's a pretty flexible program. If you need to take days off, they're really good about getting back to you right away when you put the request in. I think that this program is great. I've put a referral link in the description if you are looking for an English school to start teaching with. I've been really happy with this program. Sometimes it can feel a bit robotic because there's a lot of teachers and all the people that are working for the company are halfway around the world, but there is a teacher community tab to connect with other people from other countries, which is great. I hope you found this interesting or helpful. I am really loving being an English teacher. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or DM me on Instagram, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!